let's get this game started, boys. Good luck, have fun. Let's keep the toxicity to a minimum. Alright?
Yep.
Just make it as high as possible.
Got it.
Alright, fuck you, bitch. Oh,
Wow, let's go, baby! Alright, let's see. Are these guys gunners? No, I think they're gonna get their asses handed to them, dude. Alright, let's get this going. I'm predicting. Oh. I don't know. I've never seen this fucking agent team play before. Jackal, that's a pretty common ban, though. If they're gonna ban an attacker, it's no, they're not gonna ban Montaigne. They use Montaigne in their strats. Lion ban. Lion's not too strong. He's pretty. I mean, not as strong as he was, I guess. But Clash ban. Alright, so Mira's still on the table then, because I know JJ and them are gonna run Mira top floor. That's a power play. Interesting. They're going to be heavy on Rome if they ban Jackal. How would they ban Jackal when they're attacking first? Okay, they're running their default. They're going to bring a Thermite? Thermite over Hibana, I guess, to get Cigar Wall. But with a new hatch, I'd prefer to have Hibana, especially with the new mirror strats that are popping up. Bro, I've never used a spectator before. Dude, I have no idea how to use this. Okay, so C is... Interesting. So, it looks like they're not going to go for a bottom-up approach, trying to clear out any roamers that are potentially roaming. It seems like they're purely going from top floor. JJ's aggressing on the guy in Cigar window. Jaeger's going to jump out and get hit by that Nomad, but he could potentially... Yeah, that was not... He's getting hit by that Nomad charge. He should have broken the window and listened if he was going to even try that. Droning top floor, probably fixing to drop new hatch to try to seize control of Cigar, but they still have to deal with this Legion. But remember, they have somebody on the window. That's Diffuser down, actually. Ash is still on the window, and she just got domed. Thatcher's gonna have to move down and grab Bomb. Nomad's burning ADS is probably not her intention, but it's another Nomad charge used. Nomad's having a bunch of problems. Okay, so they just took cigar control, and Maximo's fixing to push up here. He's not aware of the one bathroom, and he's gonna get swung on. And that's 2 for Fahrenheit. Nomad's the last one, 25 HP, repelled on A-side windows. Probably gonna peek down skylight, try to peek this fucking cigar door. Peeking double door. That's echo downed. Last 2 can play extremely passively. They've already given 2 of them to run outs. This round should have gone a lot easier than this, but they can play purely plant denial at this point, because Nomad's gonna have to be the one. It's gonna have to be the one to engage. Yep, that's round. So fairly easy round, I would say. I think they threw a lot of bodies at that Nomad that they shouldn't have. There was no point in aggressing that Nomad, especially with the run out. You know that Claymores are back in the game, and you know that Nomad completely immobilizes anybody who tries to run out, rotate, or whatever the Nomad charge may be. So why they threw that many bodies at a Nomad when they know she has 3 charges, I don't know. But I guess they did come out on top in the end, which they need to work on. We need to teach fucking Haidaku to play a little more passively. There was no reason for him to aggress in the first place. Especially since Agent was taking so long to gather map control, and their hard breach was down extremely early on in the round. There was no point in them even trying. But let's see. Okay, so they're gonna make a rotate into bar. Thermite's pinging, not sure why. There's really no use in that. They are saving drones. They're gonna go ahead and block off Castle off Bakery, which is a little odd. Normally you want to try to hold Bakery. It's a pretty easy choke point to hold. Oh, okay, because they're going to be playing from red stairs. They've completely encased themselves in other than red stairs. So Jaeger is going to end up getting the hatch. They really need to be worried about vertical play up here. But luckily, they didn't bring a Habana. They brought a Thermite. Granted, you only really need potentially 2 Thermites, or potentially 3 even, if you want to open up every wall. So, like, you could obviously open up Freezer, which is one of the defaults to open. That's twitched down early on in the round. JJ got traded out by Nomad. It's an early 3v4 in favor of Agent. There was no reason for Legion and Jaeger to aggress there, especially after JJ got that initial kill. I was just handing them kills at this point. Now they're getting Freezer wall. They're not worried about hatches or trying to get vertical play, it seems. Now he is conscious of his flank, but he's exposing himself to his own Thermite hole. If anybody was playing close to that wall right there, that would have been an easy kill. Now, I don't think they actually spotted the smoke. I don't see a live ping from there. So, he might actually be able to get away with something here. Or was that the castle? No, it was a mute. Mute's prone and closed kitchen service. The drone has yet to spot Mute. If it can... They can destroy that drone before he gets spotted. They're bunching up a lot here. They're attacking from one angle. They're not putting any pressure. They're just gunning. That's basically what's happening here. Okay, so this is where Echo's plant denial is going to be important. Okay, that's a flank. One down, one's 20 HP. Okay, so that means two are low. This is potential for a clip right now from the Echo. The IQ is yet to get all the Echo drones. He needs to wait 3 seconds. That was way too early. That was bound to happen, frankly. They got way too aggressive trying to hold the freezer hall. After that initial pick, they should have backed off and played more passive, not necessarily giving them total control, but rather than aggressing the long angle, they could have held passive angles waiting for the thermite charge to be planted down. And this, until they were able to clear those roamers out or flush them out somehow, either up the back stairs or back towards bakery, they wouldn't be able to actually breach the wall. So if they just held passive in that situation, at least they would have had to take the time to clear them out manually through droning and one-on-one aggression. So let's see how they adjust their strategy. Hopefully they're a little less aggressive initially. Okay, so now it seems like they're going to be playing in bakery itself, which I think is very smart, especially if they want to give them freezer. This would allow them a little more map control rather than being flushed directly onto site. Okay. That's one Twitch drone down. That's a big find early on. So see, it seems like Castle now, hopefully, he's just going to hold a passive angle here. He might get flushed out quickly and pinched by that IQ, though, because we know that IQ was main entrance, or at least she was spamming the door. So he's fixing to get droned out. So IQ is main door. This is a pinch. They're waiting for her to push. Now he should have information that she is main entrance, and if he hasn't relayed that to his team, he's gonna get caught off guard. Unfortunately, IQ just missed out on a big kill right there. That would have been really early. Alright, so IQ down. That's really big for intel since we are running Echo early on in this game here. Now, if he can just hold passive angles and potentially fall off of this, we know IQ's down. They can now play for plant denial. That's hard breach. That's hard breach. So this is the time to fall off. There should be no aggression. I don't know why Echo thought it was a good idea to re-aggress like that, especially after the thermite kill. JJ ended up killing one second floor. It looks like Nomad is now going to try to cover the flank with one of our Nomad charges. It's Castle dead, and Jaeger trades Castle out. Alright, that was a fairly decent round, but once again, there was just too much over-aggression after early kills. What needs to happen in those kind of scenarios is, especially once you've killed that IQ, you should really try to fall back, reposition, and play for plant denial. Because at that point, the only way they can actually stop or take out your Echo drones is by visibly shooting them after the planner has been echoed, but that would require them having to take a certain amount of site control, and they're just funneling themselves, as we saw in the last round, through one choke point, and that was Freezer. So if you're holding passive angles on all the angles on Freezer, then you're gonna have an advantageous gunfight, of which you'll probably win in the first place. And then even if you do lose a portion of site control, let's say it's like a 1v2 in favor of the defenders, you still have that echo to play plant denial off of. There was no reason for them to aggress, but they got the round nonetheless anyway. I'm curious to see where Maestro decides to put his Evil Eyes, because I do not believe they brought a Maestro last time. And Alibi also a very curious bring. You don't really see Alibis played now. Okay, so it looks like they're going to use one of the default Maestro cams. This allows them to get information, both second floor and pillars, and on New Hatch, and potentially Cigar if he points it in the right direction. So let's see what the attackers decide to do. Checking common angles for spawn kills. IQ has spotted the castle. She's probably going to go ahead and end up breaching this. Brought a Nomad again, so they're going to go ahead and Nomad charge off. Common runouts. Interesting. Once again, that is just over aggression from fucking Heideku. I don't know why he keeps getting so aggressive early on in these rounds. They have a drone on Mira. They know one of the default Miras, but he does not know that IQ... Oh. Okay, so he spotted the Legion mine. He might shoot that out. For whatever reason, I thought I saw IQ's tracer closer. That was odd. So nobody's on Repel. It seems like their drone economy is really weak right now. They've given them a lot of drones. So late game, I don't believe they're going to have much utility or... That was a free kill for IQ if she had a reaction time, but unfortunately not. So Thermite's using this drone and skylight to try to get information. Unfortunately, the skylight has been shrunk down a lot in terms of visibility and what you can see. So you're not going to be able to get much information out of that drone, but nonetheless. Let's go ahead and get an overview. So Maestro is just currently holding Freezer. He's peeking Skylight, which I really don't think is the smartest thing to do. Legion still has control of Piano, which at 43 seconds remaining, he's going to be extremely important to winning this round. Thermite's just now getting down, with 35 seconds left to actually breach this wall, unless he's going to fragmite his way through. Otherwise, yep, he's not even going to breach. He's going to go straight for plant. But he has no support right now. Probably hears the barbed. Alright, so now they have one C4. They can play plant denial as well as a Maestro. There's no reason for them to aggress right now. They need to wait for the bomb to go down. Well, or Maestro can kill the diffuser. That works too. There's so many better ways they could have played that situation. Peeking as aggressively as they did was not one of them, but they won the round anyway. But once you start going up against more skilled teams, they're going to take advantage of you over-exercising your ability to peek. And I really do not think it is intelligent, especially in that situation where you still have a C4 up, Mira's up, and 12 seconds remaining. You should not be peeking anything. You should play purely plant denial. You even have the Maestro cam still available. They didn't breach into Freezer. And that Legion really should not have even pushed up in the first place. If he would have just held a passive angle and Piano, that round would have went a lot smoother, because then he could have funneled them into a choke point, because they had to rush onto site trying to get themselves into a position to actually get bombed down in the first place. So I don't think that was really intelligent on his part. However, these are brand new teams trying to figure things out. I'm not sure how long Agent's been around. They're just a scrim these guys found, so Echo is going to be putting one of his Echo drones watching red. what they could do potentially is shotgun out this red wall right here, and that would give their Echo drone like a much greater sight line. If they put it right near that chandelier, they could shoot out the top of all three of these walls, and it would give them almost like virtually speaking a 360-degree view of this entire area, which could potentially yield a lot of information. However, I'm not sure tactically how well that would work out, but I mean, at the very least, it's a great idea. So IQ found the first Valk cam. She threw another one. I don't think IQ saw her throw the other one. So let's see, what's this Valkyrie doing? All right, so that's a free spawn peak. That was their thermite down. That's no hard breach. However, I don't think hard breachers are as important on this site compared to, let's say, like top floor where you're having to get into piano, because you don't necessarily need a hard breach to take piano, but having that point open, that wall open, rather than having to funnel everybody through the windows and the hatch drops, you can get people on the windows. You can have one drop new hatch if you have control, or if you see an opening on new belt, and you can get that wall open, and you can really choke that player out, or you could even potentially trap him and kill the individual playing piano. So I think a hard breach is much more important on the other sides of this map, not necessarily this map. So or this site rather. That's another early kill off the smoke, which is going to be great. That's a great pick to find. I don't know why Smoke decided to run out on the IQ. Entry denial is always extremely important, and now all we have is a plant denial. And there's Valk down. Is that another run out? See, these kids are really playing... RVT's really playing this game like a pug almost. So JJ's still roaming top floor. He does hear one above him, which he's aware of. So that's information that he can relay. Okay, so he knows where the last two are. He knows one is Skylight from the audio, and he was killed by Nomad. That's great information. And if Echo is still alive, so that does mean that his yokais are still up. So if his teammates hop on them, they can watch red stairs and white stairs. IQ is down, so they don't need to worry about their intel being destroyed. So they're going to have to come through one of these choke points, and Echo will be fully aware of when they do. And this will be great information to feed to the yellow. Although not a very popular pick, at close range, her gun will shred through anybody with the high fire rate. So he's getting information that they're coming down red. Peeks aggressively. He no longer has time. Nomad's just going to save KD, I guess, at this point. Yep. Another decent round once again. There seems to be an over-aggression on RVT side. There was no reason to have two people running out like they did. And anybody with any amount of skill is going to be able to capitalize on those situations very easily, just like Agent did in a few scenarios. But even then, those two players got away with a lot more than they should have. Smoke, unfortunately, did die without doing anything, but this Valkyrie was able to get an early kill on their hard breach, which is extremely important, even on a site that may not necessarily require it. But even so, let's see how they adjust. They're going to swap the Valkyrie for the Echo. Either way, this is going to prompt IQ to come out. So if you're going to do that, maybe don't bring any intel operators, and maybe you could bait IQ off of that operator and go elsewhere. But even so, IQ is a pretty basic bring that you almost always need, both for Legion mines, ADSs, whatever it may be. So it's an extremely important intel gathering op for the attackers. So it seems like they're running their default again. It doesn't seem like they've adjusted too much. JJ's gonna go grab Hatch like he did the round before. Drone economy is looking alright. I don't know why IQ decided to go in. It's pretty obvious where they're gonna go in terms of sight, especially after they don't have access to third floor. kitchen, once it's available, is the second best site for defenders to take. So there's really no point once you get to a certain level in this game of trying to drone site. The only time you want a drone site is when you're Xing and you need intel. And it seems like Echo is going for an early spawn peek here. And unfortunately, it did not work out for him. But Roy is down to 1 HP essentially. Hopefully that will be an easy trade later on in the game. But once again, that's over-aggression from the side of RVT. That was just not necessary whatsoever. This game would go so much more smoothly if they would just step back after early kills and play more passive defensive angles, especially after they're getting these kills on these extremely important operators like IQ, Thermite. So I'm a little confused as to what they're doing. This isn't really what we practiced, although we haven't really practiced at all. We did run strats, and anyway, seems like they're throwing their intel at this Legion right now. And that will end up getting him killed. Hopefully Castle can trade him out. Okay, so Castle's going to rotate back around. This is good. Just give them bar control. They still have to go through your choke point. He's re-aggressing. But this time, IQ is going to be coming through the window, which I don't think he's expecting. Yep, he did not. Once again, over-aggression on the part of RVT. This round should not be that close. That timing on that pre-fire was insane. It looked like he was tracing through the wall. And he's blind. He saw him for, you know, a good couple seconds. I don't know why he didn't react properly, but it is mute. It is their bottom frag at the moment. So, but this guy is quite the gunner when he's put up to the task. So, with the mute stopping drones, he might be able to get away with winning this unless... Oh, the timing on these drones is insane right now. They have no idea where he is. And they don't know what to do. They're probably going to breach freezer if they haven't already. They need to. Yep, they're coming to breach freezer with 20 seconds remaining. This is probably the sketchiest thing they could have done. 12 seconds remaining. They have to get in sight and plant. And there's the double kill with the C4. He played that pretty intelligently. I say intelligently. He should have waited for plant to go down. He shouldn't have aggressed on the thermite. He should have kept them guessing because he hadn't been droned out yet, so they had no idea where he was. However, he did pull through in the end with the C4, knowing that they did both have to go through that choke point. Okay, so now we've switched sides, and they're going to be running their default. I say default. It seems like it's their default setup. High Daku is always going to be on a shield or Montaigne, generally speaking, unless he's banned. This just allows him to be a walking drone. I imagine they're bringing IQ specifically to target a Legion and Valkyrie. Why the other team didn't bring a Legion when they saw a Montaigne, I don't know, because they don't really have any counters to Montaigne. They have one C4, which can be potentially used to kill Montaigne, but any intelligent Montaigne main knows how to successfully evade a C4. And Ubisoft is currently working on, evidently, hard nerfs on shields. They're testing it, but let's see where these Valk cams gonna be thrown. Now they're just giving. Valk cam wasn't the best. They're gonna throw one outside. That was a little random. Alright, let's see how they respond on attack. Okay, so drone economy, everybody but JJ saved their drones. That's going to be good for intel, although JJ should have saved his drone. I understand he is an Ash main and he does not have a brain, but if that timing was any, if he was there at that window any earlier, he would have had that kill. But unfortunately, timing was not on his side. Let's see the setup here. They didn't bring a Mira, despite her not being banned. Doc is holding new Balk right now. There's JJ dead. Dax got one through the wall. So Dax is going to open up Freezer here. This is going to bait the Maestro out, but then they get rid of the Maestro cam. So they've spotted Maestro. They know Doc was a new balcony. They do not, however, know where the third is, as far as I'm aware. They do not know that Mozzie is first floor. He could be playing Plant Denial right now. But does seem like he's going to make his way up either red or white stairs. He's gonna opt to go red. But they've already taken sight. They're probably going to plant default. He could C4 from below. This Montaigne would be a great kill. But they don't have a ping for it, and he didn't throw his C4 high enough. They do now know that he is first floor. IQ did spot him, and that'll be the kill secured. Not Mirror, Dax really came in clutch that round, fragmiting. He opened up what he needed to. The difference between the attacking methods of Agent versus RVT is Revert did it much more. They executed on piano much more aggressively, much more efficiently, and they did not waste any time droning out opponents. Unfortunately, Agent doesn't seem to be able to capitalize off of intel gathered by drones, unlike Revert. So this is match point. Obviously, if you lost bar that handedly, it is not looking good for you in terms of defense. Now, they did opt to bring the Pulse this time around, which will help with vertical play. However, Revert's probably keenly aware that they're going to bring Pulse, and they're probably going to keep Pulse. And they do have an IQ to potentially detect his cardiac sensor, given the right scenario. And it does seem like they're doing a better job of actually saving drones. I say that. Capitau's drone almost got its life ended. They really need to keep these drones in spawn. They already know where they're going to try to defend. And I'm fairly certain their attacks are the same for both first floor and third floor, so Valk throwing defaults outside, it seems. She likes to throw cams outside, but they've already been spotted by the IQ. So currently, Valkyrie's going to hop on her cams in a reading room. She has 2 cams remaining. One of them is extremely influential, but it was just spotted by the IQ. Or maybe it wasn't. It was potentially spotted by the IQ. It seems as if it was. He does not know that there is one white stairs. I don't know why they're going in blind. They're just pugging at this point because they're up 1-6. It's never good to start pugging once you're up. You need to secure the win regardless. Playing like absolute animals is not going to get you anywhere. Now, it does seem like they're just going to go for a straight skylight drop. They need to quickly secure that kill on Jaeger. Maestro ended up killing Thermite from the freezer. Same position he played last round. That's Dog Dead. Let's see if Montaigne can pull out something out of his ass right now. Pulse is below, using his cardiac sensor. He might be able to potentially nitrous sell the wall here. Montaigne's an extremely strong operator. Taking 1v1s like that isn't probably not the best way to challenge him. They are currently pinging the shit out of Montaigne. There's no hope for him winning this round, but the least he can do is buff his KD a bit for the fucking match. Montaigne's now in freezer with the Maestro, and Maestro will secure the kill. It was, I guess, a valiant effort on the part of Montaigne. They got way too aggressive too early on. Oh, Montaigne didn't secure the kill, or not Montaigne, fucking Jaeger did. For whatever reason, I thought the Maestro had gotten the kill from the kill feed, but maybe I'm just seeing things. Okay, so now they know they're gonna end up going kitchen service. So okay, so they're gonna opt to bring both Habana and Thermite. This is really important because then you're able to actually pop the hatch, which would allow you to put vertical pressure on the defenders. But it will also allow you to open up both walls, both freezer and potentially bakery, and you could potentially pinch people out of positions, drone people out of positions, catch them off guard. Okay, interesting. They opted to switch for the Dokkaebi out of Habana, which I think's a little odd. I would have preferred to maybe switch out the Capital, but Capital is an extremely strong operator. But I feel like Habana and Thermite working in unison on this site could be extremely important. But everybody has their own playstyle, I suppose. But this Dokkaebi bring will be extremely important for intel. It's just one of those not point and click, but one of those push button gather intel operators, as people call them, and it's maybe a little overpowered, but you know, Ubisoft's not good with these fixes. So as of now, there's no. Oh, there is one person vertically, but it is only Valkyrie. So Castle and Jaeger are going to be holding bakery. This is going to be where Capital is extremely important. So once they get the information that this Jaeger is here, they can Capital behind, which is what I imagine they're going to do. He's getting his firebolt ready. Yep, that's his firebolt. It's not going to extend far enough. He's going to potentially shoot another, hopefully. Shoot another Capital. I don't know why, if he was going to use one, he really needed to flush them out. Now, they should have intel that that castle is close, given the sound cues. They tried to challenge the Jaeger, did not work. IQ did end up getting 2 kills. They do know that the castle is on red stairs. They do know that Jaeger is still behind the counter. Hopefully this Capital will utilize his bolt again and try to flush him into an uncomfortable position. Last time, what he should have done is use 2 bolts close and far, and that would have flushed him to the rotate, securing a kill on the Jaeger, which is extremely important. And in any event, okay, that's the Capital bolt. Will it extend far enough? No, it won't. Now he's just behind the deployable. There's the trade. They know the castle is still red stairs. It's currently smoked off. He does not know that he secured the down. There are no points on. Thermite is extremely pushed up right now. Castle is coming down white stairs. I'm sure they're aware of that from sound cues of him running back up. So they can secure the diffuser, retake site. They probably know Castle's going to be a little hesitant and actually coming down to retake site. So they're probably going to get behind the counters here on A, and they're going to plant. Castle can peek through his little holes, but I doubt he's going to. They do know Castle's close, and that's the round. Unfortunately, not probably what they were hoping for. How they lost that round, I don't know. They had very strong early aggression out of that IQ, getting those early frags. If that Capitao had placed his bolts in a more intelligent way earlier on in the round, using both bolts, which is maybe not ideal, but with an area that encompasses as much area as that back bar, if you're able to flush him out, secure that kill, and you're aware of the castle that's also stuck and the room next to it because of the rotate in the castle barricade, then after you kill that Jaeger and secure that kill, you have somebody on window watching his rotate out, and you can pinch him from his own rotate hole from bakery. So, in my opinion, that is what Capitao should have done that round, and I feel like if they would have done that, they would have lost a lot more damage, or they would have lost a lot less damage, rather, and they would have secured that round quite some time ago. But I'm not quite sure what that castle is for. See, I don't quite get what this castle is doing here. So it seems like they're running a pretty basic default. I wonder if they're going to play anybody above. They will. They'll have Vigil and Jaeger holding above. They do have nice rotates out. They're prepping windows. Q is on balcony. Placing her claymores for a potential run out on red, but he should know that that was prepped, given how easy it was to shoot. And he knows that Vigil is close. Vigil just rotated it out, so what the fuck is Habana doing? Alright. So that was early aggression from the Vigil. He was shooting, well, not early aggression, but he was shooting through the wall, and Capitao did spam him back. So that is one of their roamers down. That is their other roamer down. So they do have a soft roam on Dock holding train right now. He did secure a kill. He is about 30 HP. He's stimming right now. He's being dropped on by the Ying. Alright, JJ secured the kill. Ying knows where this Echo is. Ying secured the kill again. They do not know where the last one is. However, he is in 90 at the moment. So let's see what exactly they have in mind here. Alright, that was an an interesting gunfight, but nonetheless, that's the game secured. That's game one with Revert coming out on top, admittedly with a lot of over-aggression and many mistakes made. But I guess as long as you take home the W,